Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 19th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have going on for you this week. You have the Five of Hearts coming up first. Definitely for you early Sagittarians, those of you who are born in like the first part of Sagittarius, I would say that you could be dealing with some jealousy issues with people around you, and you could also be dealing with new relationships. I think that for whatever reason that they're just looking at the cards here, there could be a new relationship that comes into your life. Could be love. It could be business or just friendship or whatever. And I feel like you feel a little bit off about it. You're just not like quite sure. I would say that that there is actually probably nothing wrong with the relationship. So definitely let those feelings go. Because I am getting that that there is a relationship. For some of you, it could be love. For some of you, it could be business again, or just friendship, whatever. And it's like somebody new that you meet, and I feel like maybe you feel a little bit off about this person. And again, it could be like somebody at work coming up here, and all this other stuff. So wherever you feel off about a person, you might not be right. You could also actually be feeling jealous about this person. This can be a card of jealousy, feeling jealous towards a person. But actually, again, through the cards, I think you'll be able to learn a lot from them. So try to let those feelings go. Next, you have the Four of Diamonds. Patience, card of patience. A couple other signs have had this card this week, so it could just be one of those things. I'm just trying to think about really in the astrology, it's not that slow of I don't think that it's really that slow of a week. Maybe it's not a super fast week. Maybe it's not a week where things are like flying forward, but definitely a card of patience. It's kind of like can be a boring card because it can be a card of like needing to focus on like financial responsibility, stuff that we just don't even want to think about, right? We don't like nobody really wants to be financially responsible, right? Nobody really wants to have to deal with financial responsibilities is what I should say. Like, nobody really wants to pay bills. Nobody really wants to do those things. But this is a card of, like, kind of needing to buckle down and do that type of, work. And needing to focus on that stuff. This card can also say, watch your spending this week. Make sure to only purchase things that you really need to purchase. No, like, extravagant purchases with a card like this. It is a good card, though, because it does say it's also a card of, like, being very successful. But, again, it represents patience, so it can represent, like, in the future. It can represent this, better finances coming in the future. Next, you have the Queen of Diamonds. Again, very similar to the Four of Diamonds in a lot of ways, because it can represent patience, but this is a little bit of a better card than that, because it represents money. I mean, it represents money coming in. It's a card of harvest and, like, being able to harvest some money, basically. So, in some ways, a lot of you might be receiving some money, like maybe through an inheritance, or maybe you earned it, maybe you're getting a commission or something along those lines, and now you're trying to decide what to do with it. I think it would be a good week for you to do almost nothing with it, just to kind of like let it sit and save it or whatever for right now until you can make some better decisions later. Queen of Diamonds is kind of like that. She's kind of like, she's kind of like one of those people who is very quiet and then only talks when it's super important so everybody listens. And that's kind of like a perfect example of what you should be doing with your finances. It's kind of like being quiet with your finances and just kind of letting them sit. And then when something really important needs to happen, using your finances to make that happen with this card. Next, you have the Six of Hearts, turnaround. Love this card. Represents a complete turnaround in energy, a time where you can try things to move forward. And that maybe you've tried in the past. I always say this card comes up when like you've tried to do something in the past, like start a business, start a relationship, start a friendship, something, and it never works out, right? You feel like you're bumping up against a wall. When this card comes up, it says now you can try again, and your reactions will be equal, if not better. I would also say this week I would say that some of you might be you could be developing some sort of a cough or something. I get so take care of yourself at this time. Maybe you have like a summer flu or summer cold or whatever you want to call it. So just be careful of that this week as well. This is not a health card, but I kind of feel tight in my chest. So some of you might be dealing with some tightness or something. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds. Needing to double check all your paperwork. Definitely double check all your paperwork this week and make sure everything is in order. And then at the end here, 3 of spades. Some of you might be dealing with a separation, like a breakup type of situation, but 3s are great cards. Both these 3s want you to try something new anyway. 3s ask us to move on. Basically, they ask us to try something new, try a different way of doing things, because that will lead to more success. So just know that there's a breakup. There's probably something better coming in anyway. In the near future. But look, still, even with that, looks like a great week, I have to say. So thank you for watching.